Where am I going? Detention center. What up? You're working really late. You know, it's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know what ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Take that! Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Corridor's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then send the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. I guess one had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? Well, okay. Well, you know what, right? We're trying to. I think the evidence, the receipt, and whatever, is just meant to be proven outside of court. I don't think we're going to be using it in court. Maybe. I don't know. The person who gave this bear to Mr. Corridor was you. Mr. Engarde, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. But he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Engarde. If I didn't know how you work in court, if I didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here is proof that it is you who put the camera inside the bear. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Engarde. It is from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This is $3,800. This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. When someone asks you, can you prove I did it, that means they did it. Honestly, it's the same. Literally no one says that who isn't guilty. That is very true. A $3,800 toothbrush. Wait, Danielle, your friend who had the toothpaste made of gold or had gold in it? Do we remember how much that toothpaste was? It's ivory and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ugh. Elephant hair. Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. Gold toothpaste. Yeah. Do you remember how much it was? No, we don't. We tried to look it up. It was a lot though. Like hundreds. Like high hundreds. Like south of $1,000. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes, you're my lawyer, right, dude? So if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because I don't know. If I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. Of course, what your secret is. And of course, what your secret is. Of course, it will be strictly confidential. So, what are you going to do now? I'm going to find out what I want to know because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Corridor's room and filmed it in secret was because... I don't know. And I really don't want to go through all of that again. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Corridor's room and filmed it in secret. No, not that either. I would love a hint. Whew. There we go. There is a rumor going around that That's a decent hint, actually. Wait, how did the tabloid get the info? That's the proper question. Corridor, having you who was keeping tabs on Mr. Corridor, you were going to reveal this as a fact and turn it into a scandal, isn't that right? Dude, you can be such a moron, huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer, dude, that kind of scandal, that's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff, juicy. Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Corridor because of Miss Andrews. Then there's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up that camera in Mr. Corridor's room was... Oh, I don't know. The client. He's the client. If he's the client, then no. Ugh. I have to do the whole thing again. I presented the crime photo. Oh, I've got to do the whole thing again. Okay. Alright, so I'm back. The idea that Phoenix doesn't want to accept that Mr. Engarde was the one behind the murder. So I chose the crime photo last time. Picture card, yeah. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly the Killer? That's ridiculous. Well, why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting all jumpy all of a sudden? This is it, I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. I know why you know Mr. the Killer, because you're his client. Since you're the one who set up the camera, that means you knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client, that's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. One Corridor. Can you imagine if I chose Hero of Justice? That'd be hilarious. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Engarde. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. Engarde, you really did hire... Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? Oh, hello! Hello? That is like a really fast way to go from hero to villain real quickly. You went from hero to villain in 5 frames. What foundation was he using? Honestly. Man's just holding a bottle of juice like in his hand, swirling it. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really? So you are Shelly the Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you? Diet wine. Stop! Stop, please. It was a one time. Oh. What do you mean? That woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. Didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan's dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? You're lying. What a terrible... It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown up talk about more adult things. Why did you hide the video camera? And a weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret, but I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. Come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why, yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. Police are corrupt even in law games. What a surprise. Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl? Okay. Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? If Mr. Corridor had been able to give it, then Mr. Engarde's secret would have... well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. I like the imagery of the supervillain being interrogated by a tiny girl. Yeah, she's literally been doing the one asking the questions. Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet innocent face and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it, the assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me, Matt Engarde. Ah, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Corridor. You answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Corridor. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Ah, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. You wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You're gonna end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. That's such a cliche phrase. One said something like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. What am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't have water. I don't have any. I need to refill my water bottle. Actually, no, I don't. Give me one sec. No, I don't. Oh, I've got like squash in this. It's got water in it. That counts, right? Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Oh. Happy, Danielle? You happy? I am a hydrated boy. Well, right, what are you gonna do? If you plan on changing your strategy, we can't do that. That's right, he's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you. Mr. Edgeworth? Right, only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't understand truly what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. I can't say Matt Engarde for 5 minutes, starting now. And now, Wright, I hope you timed this well, because he has to come up. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is that thing called a law? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer, that man is really, It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? What exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you, of all people, should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Literally. Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get him an acquittal, That isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. The way I tripped reading, yeah. I got no water. Leave me alone, Danny, please. Wait, okay, actually, I should, because I'm in this for the long haul and I plan on finishing this game today, maybe, probably. We'll see how tired I feel. I am going to refill my water bottle. I went downstairs and I heard that someone was watching TV in the living room, a rare occurrence. So I tried to open the door as slowly as I can, but it makes enough of a noise that my housemate Elle, who I love like fright scaring, like doing jump scares with her, like she didn't hear me open the door, but like she did feel my presence, so she did turn around and I was like, shit. Like 2 seconds more and I would have gotten like my perfect opportunity to scare her. But alas, I wasn't able to scare her. They're watching Cloverfield downstairs. Y'all seen Cloverfield? I have. They asked me if I wanted to join, but I'm still streaming, so it is what it is. That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? Dissatisfied for what? You're a defense attorney. You can't. I'm not downing it. I'll drink some more, but I'm not downing it. I'm gonna feel so bad at the end of it. This seems to be like Phoenix Wright's sort of like motivation. This is interesting because like this is the first time he's had to defend. This is the first time he's had to defend someone who's actually committed a crime. People like you and Franziska von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I know I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of the story. Oh, look, it's the transceiver. I'm sorry for what happened earlier, but now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. This is more of a mystery when you haven't played Case 5 of Game 1. It really is. And the thing is, this is still written before Case 5 of Game 1 was a thing. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Engarde's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you are asking for a reason as to why I'm doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my client for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it's part of an assassin's duty. Assassin's duty? BDSM term. Yes, exactly. That's why I was like, wait, aftercare? That's a sex thing. We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did, but my name is DeKiller. Shelly DeKiller. You're Shelly the Killer? Please keep in mind, you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a Killer, I almost finished what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, it would be my duty as an assassin to see to it that she receives a nice long nap. Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. If someone were to trace this signal right back to me, it would be a problem. Meow. Shu, is that you? I don't know what to say. Edgeworth. Did you hear that at the end of that transmission? Huh? Oh, that sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be that cat, can it? Yeah! I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. I knew an hour ago. Edgeworth, have all police units head for Engarde Mansion immediately. Alright, you hurry over then as well. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Let's fucking go. No, we're not there. Where am I going? Sorry. Hotel lobby. And then the living room. Open up, it's the FBI. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. Can't believe it. That butler, all this time he was the killer. That took way too long for me to set up. Sorry that was too loud. I was sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. I didn't realize it would be too loud. It was loud for me. I didn't like that either. I was like, that's loud actually. I'm gonna work on setting the volumes to like a hard limit on the widget so that they don't come out too loud. Let's see. Wait, why did I come back here? Cat to use. Oh, I mean shoe. Yeah. I'm clicking on the bear, dude. Oh, it's a figurine of the bear. But there are a lot of cuts in this for some reason. A bear, isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Corridor? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here. Ah, I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came from that little door? This door is locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. There's no one here. From the looks of it, I would say this is Engarde's private lounge. Look at this, Wright. An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals. Oh, so this is where the signal was sent. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Oh, the picture moved as well. We've searched all over, but it looks like it got away. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time, and now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. We need to overthrow the bourgeoisie. Welcome to Clash Consciousness. That's the one. Words hard, difficult. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Consciousness. Maya. All right, examine. Viva la Revolution. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax with love, Celeste. Miss Impax? You mean, yes, Mr. Corridor's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. Engarde's mansion? And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. Ah, what's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back, there's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message. What? I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You better get an Engarde a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag or not guilty, I'll never forgive you. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick. Someone's got to watch out for the helper slunk. That's it. Sure. Yeah, that's the one. No, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Mr. Edworth. As far as clues goes, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. What's that? Her. She's the last person. If I could just find out the secret she's holding, then I think I could stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. Expose. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Well, let's go. Oh yeah, we're just straight up there. Say less. Let's go. Yes, Nabil. That is essentially what. Thank you for the closed captions on my nonsense. All right, what is wrong? You look ill, Miss Andrews. I have come to remove your psych lock. My what now? I want to know, and you will tell me your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try and break me if you can. Take that! Okay. I was gonna know you have a personal reason to mislike Engarde. Revenge. Okay, so not quite that, not quite that, not quite that, not quite that, not quite that. Take that! Celeste, there is only one catalyst that could cause such strong feeling. Oh wait, I got this right, didn't I? Yeah. You do Miss Engarde, it would have to do the deflation. This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax writing, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's all right. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Engarde's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Unlock successful. So, how about it? Why frame him? Celeste, she was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Corridor didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because of Matt. Because of Mr. Engarde? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste, she was Matt's manager for a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. Oh, look at them. Poor Celeste. If you just like looked under his fucking fringe just once. Is this still samurai? It sounds very different when it's like slowed down. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on that frame of the picture. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her own kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios, and that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married, and that's when it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called off their marriage, Celeste killed herself. Ooh, that's really bad. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see, so that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Corrida have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always pretty fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Poor missed impacts. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind, and in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. What? No hymen, no dying. I hate that. I've never heard that in my life. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt. And it would be especially damaging. To his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the show. When did this game come out? The game originally came out in 2002. I want to say. Is this the real start of the Me Too movement? I think this game came out in 2002, not gonna lie. Justice for All. Release. No, not the album by Metallica. God damn it. (2002). 18th of October 2002. It was all I could find out. It was so I could find out all about this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on each other after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even bought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It's no big deal. Couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation or with what I know now. Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.